Planet magazine.
Also known as Wednesday 13.
Welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Welcome to the video. Welcome to Brutal Planet magazine.
You're listening to Brutal Planet.
Hey, what's up, everybody? CJ Pierce here from Toronto Pool, and you're listening to Brutal Planet Media right here. Get yourself.
Hey, I'm Steve from Within the Ruins, and this is Brutal Planet.
Good day, Brutal Planet faithful. This is Eric, and I am honored to be joined today by Marcus and Jennie from Avatarium. How are you guys tonight?
Thank you. We are good.
Yeah.
At least I am.
Yeah,
How are you?
We're fine.
You're fine.
It was funny. The last time I talked to you, Jennie, was when Marcus had a cold, and we were talking about your last album. And Marcus, I could hear Marcus coughing in the background.
All right.
Yeah, that's true.
And
We
but
talked at Sweden Rock even.
yeah, but then I talked to Marcus at Sweden Rock, which was fun.
That was great fun.
That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun chatting.
So it's great to see you.
Yeah, I'm hoping to make it back this year. We'll see.
Yeah, we probably won't play because
No, you probably won't.
every year, but it's a very nice festival. So
The funny thing is like I went there to see a lot of bands, and a lot of the bands I went to see were not the headliners. A lot of the bands I went to see were bands like you guys, and I went to see the Gems. I went to see of course I went to see Holkoff because I like Holkoff, and then I went to see there's a band called FKU that played a couple nights before you guys, I think. And I so a lot of them were Swedish bands that I went to see because I thought there's not going to be a good chance that I'm going to see them in the United States.
Yeah.
And so when I watched your guys' set, one of my idols is Alice Cooper, and I completely dished my Alice Cooper set just to watch you guys because I thought I don't know when I'm going to see you guys live, and 2 months later I photographed Alice Cooper here.
that's good.
So it all worked out good, but it was just crazy because I thought I'm here to see bands that I'll probably never see or might not ever see in the United States, and you guys were one of them. So I watched your whole set. It was an amazing set. It was so good to be there with that crowd, and the crowd was amazing too. So
Yeah.
That was a fun show, and actually our sound engineer recorded it, so I actually heard a song from it the other day, and I was quite surprised how good it sounded.
Oh, good for us.
I think we performed quite well.
Yeah, I think there was this presence. I felt it. It's like I was able to just be centered and really present, so that it
was
really
fun.
felt good. Yeah.
And I think part of the fun for me was to get to see your whole band. I can't remember his name, but your bass player and your drummer, those guys are so active and so fun to see on stage, but they were just so fun to see.
Mats Rydström on bass and Andreas Hagård Johansson on drums.
Yeah.
They're amazing musicians. It's crazy to play with these guys.
So yeah, after I got done photographing you guys from the pit, I went out into the crowd and photographed you guys some more. And I actually recorded a couple songs because I was just like, this is a magical moment for me. So.
Oh, thank you. We had fun too.
Good. And then after that, you guys did some more summer stuff, right?
We played in Holland and
The Czech Republic,
Yeah.
and we went to Germany. Yeah.
we did some.
Yeah.
We're going to do even more festivals this summer, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
As it looks
Yeah.
now.
And big festivals in Europe. So that feels great.
Yeah.
I would hope that you guys would get onto some Swedish festivals too.
Yeah, we'll see. You never become a
Prophet.
prophet in your home.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know, we got some Swedish fans as well.
Yeah.
They are, so we know them.
So your new album, I'm so excited because I've listened to it, is comes out on January 24th.
Yeah.
And it's your 6th studio album, and it's called Between You, God, the Devil, and the Dead. How did you guys come up with that title?
I keep a notebook where I write down ideas, and it was it February, like almost 2 years ago. We were able to borrow a house on the west coast of Sweden. I'm from the west coast, and so it was during the winter months, and so we went there and started writing for the album. And if you've been on that side part of Sweden, you know that it's really windy and cold and harsh weather. So that was quite perfect for starting a sort of doom album recording or a songwriting. And so we went to that house and we just brought acoustic guitars and started, working with some ideas we had. And I had that. You played me some ideas, and I did that. Phrase just came up. Just okay, this could be a match, and that, and we liked what it sounded like, and so that was actually the first song we wrote for the album.
Really?
Yeah. And then we made a rough sketch and we left it, and then we kept on working and
that was the last song we
finished
recording.
Yeah.
The recording. Yeah. So
I think that sort of the environment that we started writing that album in inspired us, and I happen to have that phrase.
Yeah.
When
you say the west coast of Sweden, we're talking like the Gothenburg area?
North of Gothenburg, yeah.
North of Gothenburg, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
it can be both beautiful and harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite quite dramatic environment, very beautiful.
Because I know I've mentioned this to Marcus, but my grandfather was from Gothenburg, so.
Yeah.
We're probably related then.
Yep, I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
Cool.
So right out, I feel like the album has its signature Avatarium sound, but I always see you guys exploring a new world with each album, and I feel like this one has some interesting jazz and some classic, some classical music that. Is it because of the piano that it seems like there's a lot more piano involved?
Yeah, it is. We brought the 500 kilometers trip for Janni's own piano. Had to travel like 2-3 years ago from the west coast to the east coast where we live, and then we renovated the piano and put it back in shape because it's been standing for like 20 years or something. So when we started to play, and I started to play every day on that piano, and the music came out, and that in combination, I also started to listen a lot to piano music, the Beethoven sonatas, and especially the Beethoven sonatas. And also for me, it's since I'm not, I just play, usually I play by ear. I know I can read some music, but usually I play by ear. And I wanted to come up with, practices, things to practice, but I wanted them to sound like music. It's inspired by Bach's cello suites.
Nice.
He wrote them for his students to practice cello, but it's the most beautiful music ever. So I thought, and I think it's a good idea if you want to practice something, it should sound nice. That's why instead of just playing scales up and down or whatever. So I wanted to learn, to combine the left and right hand. So I wrote some stuff that I kind of liked for myself, just to practice. And then some of these ideas I played for you and you liked them. So some of these ideas became music on the album actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we were able to integrate that
Yeah.
into a couple of
So like
songs.
sometimes I played like a classic like doom riff for you. Like okay, let's start. Like I think it was Until Forever and Again. And I played. What if we start with this doomy riff? And you were like,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
that's
I
right.
said okay. So you're like, don't you have anything else we can listen to? Because I recorded all my ideas and.
I think
Okay.
I actually said you can do better.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
And he could.
So I said,
course.
okay, well, I have this piano riff thing idea.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? And you liked it immediately.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, because I didn't think of it as a piece in an Avatarium song. But then when you liked it, then we started like, yeah, it might suit. And it's great as a riff, but also with the chords combined. So that song is also one of my favorites now, actually. And that riff is like 4/4 something, and then we go to 3/4. So it
Of
changes.
course, yeah. Yeah.
So it's became a great song. So it's how it sometimes can be.
I was noticing like one of my songs that I really like is an instrumental. It's Notes from the Underground. I really love that song.
Oh, thank you.
There's just it's such a magical song, and it has the composition in it is just so precise, and it just seems to flow so just like that was one of those songs I was like, oh wow, this is a great song.
Wow, thank you. Andreas, drummer, he plays darbuka, I think.
Yeah.
Latin percussion on it.
I was gonna say it has a little bit of Spanish flair to it, and
yeah, so it's very I also like this song. It's cool.
And then we talked about it briefly, but I still feel like between the title track to the song is probably one of my favorite songs because it resonates so close to home for me that it's just an amazing song. And I have to feel like we've talked about mental health issues before. And I feel like some of that had to come out in this song, and it did, and it worked out perfectly.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful lyric. I think you wrote a beautiful, and that lyrics moves me as well. I would say the lyric combined with the music is a good.
And I think I was quite anxious about how to, because it's delicate. You have to remember it's so a few instruments and to make it work. So I think I rewrote that verse probably 4 or 5 times and changed the melody.
Yeah, I guess
many times, and so this is.
Yeah, you usually Jennie-Ann is usually very, very concerned about all the small details.
Yeah, I think we both are. I mean, and also besides from being concerned, it's also for me. I think that's the most sort of. I love that stage in the songwriting and also producing the album to be engaged in the details. I mean, it's like these from the beginning, it's like this unknown sea, and you're like, oh, where is this going to lead us? And then to narrow it down and go really to be able to work with the details is so much fun, you know. And if it was up to me, we would never finish a record.
No. I just feel like I've talked about it with some of my other bands that I know and that I'm pretty close with, and I feel like mental health is something that still has a stigma to it, and I appreciate it when people can, like you guys, because you guys have an audience, and if you can say this is normal to feel this way, and there's nothing wrong with talking about it, because I feel like so many people don't want to talk about it. And
it's like when we talk about things, when you put some stuff in the light, you usually see it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad or dangerous or whatever. But if you hide stuff, then it can become.
Yeah, because it just builds up and it builds up. So to let it out is a great thing to do.
So
Yeah.
so I totally. I
So-
think we all have even if you're like a, what would you say, like normally function person. I think all of us have these weird thoughts and what would you say, like I can walk on the street and just all of a sudden this like a mean thought comes up in my mind. I see a person that thinks something mean. I'm like, where did that come from? It's like, it's not me, but it is me. But but the thing is, we all have these things.
Mhm.
A priest about that, and he said that's the temptations.
Mhm.
It's not you. It's not a sin. It's a temptation. It's what you do with it. It's how you respond to it.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I respond with being mean or continue to think mean thoughts, then I become go in the wrong direction.
Exactly.
If I respond with why do I think that? Send some love, whatever. Give a smile, send some love, only my thoughts, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's always how we respond to these kind of thoughts and these things.
So do either one of you have like I know they're all your babies, but do you have either one of you have a song that stands out to you more than another?
Well, I have to on this record that was the question on the new record.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that the other day I listened to Long Black Waves, and I think we did a very fine both production and it's I think it's quite complete as a song.
Yeah.
The structure of the song, I like it. So I think that we did a fine job on that one.
Well, that's a good song.
And besides that song, I like Being with the Dead. I think that's
Those
I
are
like
cool
that.
lyrics.
Yeah, I like the
Wicked riff. It's like the riff is like weird.
Yeah. No, I mean it's
It's heavy and it's doing.
it's interesting. Yeah.
And you managed to do some kind of almost, I don't know what you should say. Someone did another interview. Someone said it was like almost like old school Dio bluesy.
exactly.
This riff and it turned out great. And I think I like most of the songs. I like the Lovers Give a Kingdom to Each Other. The little bit more acoustic number. I love it. See, I usually like these songs because they are different, and I'm happy when we can write songs this kind of, or like the title track, where we can write these more like softer songs without being too sentimental, to just make good songs and
I wouldn't say sentimental at all. I would say powerful.
that's
the right word.
we don't want to be sentimental.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's a good thing. Sentimental that's when you're in the past.
Yeah.
And you kind of regret things, or I wish I could go back to that moment. That's not how you should think about the past. If you had a good moment, you should be happy about that you had a good moment.
Mhm.
It wasn't a good moment, and then it's like, okay, forgive the person or forgive yourself and move on. You shouldn't stay in the past. That's also one thing with
And sentimental songs are for like Poison and Bon Jovi and all those guys.
what?
Sentimental songs are for like Poison and Bon Jovi and those guys,
Or some of the ballads, the soul ballads that came in the 90s. So it's,
Yeah.
just crying.
I won't forget you, babe.
when the singer's crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've listened too much to Tony Braxton. That was,
Unfortunately.
I think you should confess how much you
yeah,
like.
but that was before I stopped listening to radio. Okay. So I'm still damaged because from the radio time.
So I just wanted to touch on something really quickly. It was funny. I talked to E-Type this summer about his new album, and I did not realize that you two met basically on tour with him. Basically,
Yeah, we did. We were.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, we wouldn't be together without
No
him.
problem, no, because
No.
that's how we met, and he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, that's a funny story because I was talking to him and he's like, did he ever tell you about how they met? And I'm like, no. And so he started telling me a story. I'm like, that's a crazy story.
Yeah. I just came in on that show and they needed a guitar player and they asked me if I could join in, and yeah, I joined in and I saw
We played this arena in Stockholm. There was this
Yeah.
football championship.
without
or something.
rehearsal or anything.
Yeah.
I just came in and I was watching this beautiful vocalist.
Yeah.
Was that?
That would be you.
Not Martin.
It's also good. That's not my game. So yeah, I was watching Jennie-Ann and I was like, she looks interesting. And then it took a few years, but
Yeah.
The rest is history.
that's
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago. It must have been
Yeah.
like, I don't know, 16
But
years ago. or
I mean, we talk a lot about Leif Edling, of course.
Yeah.
He's our mentor and also friend, and but Martin is also interesting to mention. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been a superstar in Sweden and
Yeah.
as well. But he's also he has this amazing sense for melodies.
Yeah.
Writing great melodies. He's and also besides being a Renaissance man, of course, but the way he writes melodies, I think is quite amazing.
Yeah.
He's extremely talented.
Yeah.
So the last thing I wanted to ask you guys is, I'm sure you have plenty of summer tour plans that you haven't announced yet, but I'm sure, do you have any other tour plans that you're going to work on touring with this album? Because I know it's got to be a little bit harder having a child now.
Yeah.
It's not that easy for us to play live. So we will see. We have some offers about festivals this summer. We really want to do as many festivals as possible this summer, and then we might do if we can manage to do some own shows or
Nice.
Very short tour, but that would be very short. So it's hard to do the short tours because it's
At least in Europe,
everybody loses money.
yeah, it's difficult.
So it's not easy.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go and play tour and
Lose your ass off?
lose your money? So it's not that. It's unfortunate, It's with Spotify and all this.
Yeah.
That's like the mafia. I can't understand how the politicians can let Spotify behave like they do, because it's terrible how they rip everybody money from everyone, and plus the sound quality is really bad. So it's not that they only they rip us for money, but they also make our music sound like shit.
Yeah.
So that doesn't come from a good place, I would say.
So I always encourage people to go buy merch, because I've got my merch.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
And I also encourage people to go buy a physical copy of it from your guys' website, because that's important.
True. And it's also it sounds better, and it's also like a piece of art,
Yeah.
You watch the cover, you read it, and you watch the pictures, and the way we make albums
Yeah.
Be a piece of art. It's not just like let's put out a few songs.
Yeah.
We think the whole concept with the cover and with everything. So if you buy a vinyl from us, for example, you get a beautiful piece of art.
And if you do it right, you can get at least with your last couple albums, you can get a signed copy of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have some signed. We will probably sell some signed copies.
Yeah, because I have a couple signed. Your last two albums, I have both of them signed, and it means a lot to me. You know, just to know that I'm supporting you guys and not just paying some streaming service.
Yeah, we're really thankful. That's the reason why we have been able to make albums, because we have some fans that really are like that, and we are extremely thankful for that.
Yeah.
To buy the physical, because if we didn't have that, we couldn't do anything.
No.
So that's we're extremely thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know it's late over there, and I know you guys have a son that needs your attention. But I just want to encourage everybody to
Morning.
You know, the hard life of the rock stars. Like,
yeah.
This 6-year-old kid was like, daddy, 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 daddy. Like,
they didn't include that in Spinal Tap. Why didn't they put that part in Spinal Tap?
Like, it's hard to, finish a bottle of Jack Daniels and then go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but I got some wine today.
So thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. Everybody go pick up the album as soon as it comes out on January 24th.
Yeah, and it's all, you can pre-order it already. So I don't know if you have the link or whatever. You can put out
I'm sure it's at your socials, which is Avatarium's socials. You can find you guys on Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a release party on the 24th of January, 23rd, I think. And then we have a plan to invite some fans, make a little contest or something.
Nice.
So you should come to Stockholm, actually.
I should. Is it going to be at Garlics and Shots?
No, it's gonna be at Marshall
head office.
The head office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very cool place. But we could always make a little trip to Garlics.
Yes, that would be fun. That would be fun.
We had a good time there.
We did.
It's a great place. So yeah. So we'll see. So we might put out a little contest on the Facebook.
Nice.
Media, so people can
Nice.
watch out for that.
Well, thank you guys for your time. I so appreciate it. You guys, like I said, the album is amazing. It hits home to me a lot, like I told you before. So I appreciate everything. And everybody go check it out, the album. Buy physical copies, support you guys merch, buy merch, do all that kind of stuff. So
thank
you so
it's
much.
Always great to talk to you, and for taking the time, we really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So everybody check it out, and we will catch up with you guys soon.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.